Hello, welcome to Map to Love with Katherine Nichole. This divine masculine's message to the divine feminine is going to be a little bit different this time. I'm going to start with some channel guidance. This entire last weekend, I have felt like the divine masculine as a collective has been speaking to me. You know, I do channel guidance. I'm connected to source energy. Really all the time, but I'm human and I, go off course here and there, but I get myself back on as fast as possible. And I feel that because of my alignment and because of the work I've done and because of how open I am and understanding, and I love every person with unconditional love because, everybody's coming from a different place, different scenarios, different experiences. And so I just feel like as a collective, the divine masculine has really been speaking to me and wanting to get this message out to his divine feminine. It will resonate with you in different ways. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. There are many different scenarios happening here. So as I'm guided by spirit, I will pull some cards and there will be cards involved. But first of all, it's just going to be the channel guidance from the masculine, the divine masculine of what's really going on. And there's a few different scenarios that are coming to me. So I will express them the best I can in the way that they're coming to me. So there are a group of divine masculines or masculines waking up that are currently in third-party situations. And the general feel is there is an immature sort of feel about the masculine, and I'm not putting the masculine down, just an immaturity in the sense of, they don't know any better. They've not experienced the love that you have, divine feminine, for them. So they've never experienced this in their life, and they've been in this situation that involves children, it involves family, it involves businesses. It's very intertwined, their relationships in some way, shape, or form. And even if they don't have children, they have other commitments that they're equally responsible for. But I have a feeling a lot of them are, and the channel guidance is, I'm in this. It's just what I have to do right now. I kind of feel stuck in it. Although I saw the light with you, if you've connected with them in the 3D and they know who you are, or they feel your energy, just when they close their eyes, like they know you're out there. But their choices, they have free will, as we all do. They are choosing to stay in their karmic partnership. There's still something to learn there. They don't feel like it's the time to go. They feel like if they leave, it'll be too disruptive to there's so many other people involved. If it was just about them, they would have been done and they would have moved on and they would have been calling you in or come into union with you. But because of their commitments, they can't quite do that. There's another, and they just aren't willing to do the change. They're not willing to open their eyes and wake up. There are some of them that are just, they know they can see the truth. You've kind of painted the picture. You've given them some truth, your energy, your words, whatever it may be, but they just aren't willing to break things apart just yet. So, and a message to the divine feminine in this situation is, I love you. I will always love you. I appreciate you for what you bring to the table. I appreciate that you love me unconditionally, and I know that you always will. And I will always have love for you, but these are my choices. And so for this particular situation, it would be, time to move forward. Not that you need to forget about them or not be there if for some reason one day they come back into your life, but it's to move on with your life, to love yourself enough to know that, sometimes in life there are different fated events, and destined events, but it's what we do with it. It's the choices we make. It's how we react. It's our free will, and that does play a part. But there's love out there for you. So if this is your situation and you're knowing you need to let go, the best thing you can do is let go. Is just to let go, and let go with love, because there's better things for you out there, believe it or not, even if you're not feeling it right now, divine feminines. But that's their message to you, is they will always have love and appreciation for you, but they have to do what they have to do. Then there's another group of divine masculines who are wanting this union, desiring this union, knowing that this is the best thing that has ever happened to them, and that you are the best thing that's ever happened to them, and they know this, but they're so slow and go to come with it because they've been through so much pain and so much turmoil, and their heart's been ripped out of their chest and stomped on 1,000,000,000,000,000 times. And so, and they allowed it, and they know. And these are the divine masculines that are awake. These are the masculines that are awake. They are into their divine masculine power, and they know that they have some work to do, and they still have some finishing things to let go of, and that's why they're not coming full force at you like you might like them to do. But just know that with patience, everything works out. That if you're patient and you allow it, it will work out. It really will, but they're very slow because they've got this pain, and the best thing you can do for them, divine feminines, is to send them unconditional love, connect with them energetically, live your best life, love yourself, choose yourself, do the things that you like to do, nourish your body, express yourself in that goddess way, in that queen energy that I know that you're in, and keep yourself aligned and be the example, because you're guiding them home. Your energy is what will determine what happens next, divine feminine. So their message to you is, please be patient with me. I recognize who you are. I know you are the Empress. And in order for me to be with the Empress, I have to be the Emperor. And I have to gain control of some of these things that have been controlling, that I've allowed to control me for a very long time. And we all can be understanding of that, because there's been things, think about the things that have been ingrained in you since you were a child. They're very hard to let go of. Even if you know they're not correct and they're not truth for you, it's still hard to let go. It's like habitual, the way that we were trained. And it's no one's fault. It's just the way that it was. But in order to overcome these things, it takes a tremendous amount of strength. So keep sending your divine masculine love. Keep sending them the strength that they need. Live your best life. Stay aligned. Live from your heart. Speak from your heart. Be compassionate, because they do love you. They want you. They are coming towards you. It's just a little slower than you want. And then there's the ones that are ready right now, and they say, I love you, baby. I'm coming for you. Don't be surprised if it happens all of a sudden, because there are some that all of a sudden they're going to wake up. The shift is happening right now, and it will feel sudden, although it's not sudden. And all of a sudden they'll be rushing in, because they know who you are. They know, believe you me when I say, whether they're awake to it consciously or not, these divine masculines know who you are, divine feminines. And the best thing we can do is live our best life and choose ourselves and move forward. And they will see that, and they will come forward, and they will have confidence to come forward. But there are some that are ready, and so don't be surprised. Some of you out there, this is a love of a lifetime, and they're coming for you. Like it says, every moment, love beyond words. That's all you have to do. That is all you have to do. And for every case, for any scenario, situation that you're in, this is how the divine masculine is viewing you, divine feminines. These were the cards that came out to me intuitively. They see you as strength. They see you as this bright, shining, amazing, beautiful, glorious light. This is a goddess. Like, not just what the card says, but they see you as strong, as infinite. 8 is infinite. You're protected. You get it. Like, you got your, beep together. You got it together, and they know it. And so this is like, to me, the picture of this is like the Empress. Like, she knows. She has all the wisdom. She knows. And she's abundant and sure of herself. And he wants to make sure that he can match that strength coming in, because that's important. He's also, the divine masculines are viewing the divine feminines as their wish fulfillment, their star, their balance. You're healing to them, divine feminines. The energy that you exude out of you, the love that comes out of you, because you've done the work, and they know it. And they know that you're this love and this healing source for them. And they look to you for that healing. And that you are their wish come true. And you're so graceful and beautiful and balanced, and they appreciate that about you, and you're helping them come into their own balance themselves. They see the beauty within you shining out into the outside, how strong you are, how powerful you are, how graceful you are, how loving you are. They see all of this about you, and they want to be this way themselves, and you are their wish come true, and they know it. They know it. And they also see you as the high priestess, as you know, you've done the work, that it's they know that you know. And I mean, to me, this is Empress energy. All of it is Empress energy. It's like all the queens, like mastering all the queens energy, and they see that about you. They see that you're a source of wisdom, of support, of divine guidance. They see that in you, and they cherish that about you. So this is how they're viewing you, Divine Feminine. So if you're questioning it at all, no matter if you're in union or not, or been ghosted, or whatever those terms are you want to call, or you feel like, oh my gosh, do they really care about me? Yes, they really, truly care about you, and that's how they're viewing you. Now as guided, these cards came out, and I'm gonna just go through them, and this is kind of what they're going through and what they're working through right now. And it, like I said, it'll be different for everybody, but the general theme of it all is it's the temptation, the devil energy, the ego, and 6 is the past. They're fighting the past. They're fighting these belief systems that no longer serve them. They're fighting this feeling of being trapped, but know that they're not trapped, and it's self-imposed. So they're really fighting these temptations. Oh, the grass is greener on the other side. Oh, well, what if I give up this? And they're fighting it. They're really in their heads, but look, they see that there's the light, and that's you, Divine Feminine. You're that light. You're that source of light that will bring this key with this heart. You see how it has a heart on it? Like, that's his heart. He really wants to be with you. He's just feeling so conflicted with all the crap that he's gone through in his life. Not that that's an excuse, but that's what he's dealing with. If you want to know, the ones that you're not in union with, and you might be in communication, but there's just some ending things I'm feeling. They're just telling me, we just got to finish this up. Please be patient with us, feminines. We're finishing this up. We promise. We are fighting this temptation of the old ways and breaking through, and taking off our masks and being authentic with ourselves, so we can. And we're seeing things clearly now. We're really trying to break through and see how he's looking over here. Like, yeah, I get that now. Now my mask is off. I get that. I'm there are some that have worked through this heartache and loss, and they're to a peaceful place with it now, but it's just they've got to, give themselves a little more time and allow them the time. Just send them the love. They're needing to withdraw emotionally and really go within to really become balanced, and that's what you're allowing them to do by letting them go, by letting them be by themselves, by giving them a little space. You allow them to go within and really, really understand who they really are and how they want to move forward. The endings of suffering in silence, they realize they're not alone, that they have people to talk to, but some of them are feeling very much alone. They're feeling very much on the top of the mountain, and there's nobody there. Like, she, looking out and like, is anyone here to help me? Does anybody hear me? And they want to be heard. They don't want to suffer in silence anymore. And they're really trying to find the courage to break free from that. A lot of them were taught as a child. They're telling me, we were taught to keep our feelings in. We were taught that boys don't cry. Or the masculine energy, even if you're a feminine, that you don't cry, that you stay strong, and that you have to do it in silence, because that's how it was in my house. Nobody talks about anything in my house. So I don't know, I just don't know what to do about this. I'm really trying, but it's just all I know. And I feel so defeated. I've been stomped on so many times. I just don't know how to work through this. I'm really trying though, but it just seems like time and time again I put myself out there, and then I'm just so disappointed, or I want to try to break free from my situation, and then another obstacle comes in my way, and my God, I'm exhausted. So for a lot of masculines, they're looking to you for that strength and power, because they're seeing you as so strong, and they want to be that way themselves. And they're feeling trapped, like they're just trapped in this fear of change, fear of moving forward, fear that if they open themselves up, that they'll be hurt again. And so it just takes a little time to get through these things. And we know, Divine Feminines, if you're the ones watching, like, we've been through this. We go through this in different times in our life. We know what it feels like, but it's all self-imposed, trapped. And that's what they're trying to understand all of this. They're working through the mental conflict, all the voices in their head of, of like, oh, you hear your grandfather saying this, or your grandmother saying this, or your mom or your dad saying this or that teacher that really stood out to you. They're really in like the different, I feel what's coming through. A lot of them have been hurt, like really abused mentally by their partners, by relationships in the past, and they're really working through that. They're really trying to break through that, and they're wanting to turn around and see the light because they believe it in you. They can see this light coming through, this rainbow coming through at their feet, but they're like, can I do this? Do I have the strength to do this? Is this what I want? If I make these changes, a lot's going to change, and I see that it's magical and beautiful, but I've been stuck here for so long that I'm having a hard time turning around to see the truth. And they're healing. For the group that's like really truly almost there and wanting this, there is a group that doesn't. They're going to allow themselves to stay stuck. I'm being honest with y'all. There is that first group that I talked about that they kind of see the truth, but they put the mask back on because they were like, I can't do this. I'm just going to suffer in silence. I'm just going to be trapped in my own thoughts and crap, and they're not going to turn around. And there are some that will have the free will to stay in this energy of the ego. And those are the ones that you let go. You say, you know what, I love you, but I got to let you go because believe me, there's someone out there for you that's much better suited. But for whatever reason, they're allowing themselves to stay stuck. So there will be that group of energy, and you know what, no judgment. If they choose to stay that way, there must be something else that they're learning from it. And if they're, it's their life, right? So we have to just kind of let them be. I've had to do this a lot in my life. Just, wow, okay, I'm going to let you go and let you be, and you enjoy that. But there's a lot of them that really are working to heal, and they're really feeling your love in their heart space, and it's really helping them to heal, and they're being divinely guided to take these steps to heal and to go within and to really understand it and be authentic with themselves. So they really are wanting to heal because they see you as the light. They see you as the light, as their star. Again, it came up, right? The light, the star. It's the similar energy, right? It's this all wishes coming true. That's what they want. That's what they're reaching for. They're reaching for the truth of who they are and the truth of who you are to them, because they see you as brilliant and healing and loving and nurturing as the Empress is. That's how they see you. It's very beautiful the way they see you. And they really want this healing because they want to be where you're at. And some of them might be, and those are the ones ready to charge in, right? Because okay, that makes total sense. The universe is theirs. They see you as their entire universe, and they're ready to go. So there's some that are going to come through, and they're going to come through pretty fast. And those are the messages that they love you no matter what they're doing and the choices they're making. They have so much love for you and so much respect for you, and they see how hard you've worked on yourself, and they see the changes in your life. And whether they follow suit or not themselves is really not up to us. It's our job, divine feminines and divine masculines, to be the best version of ourselves so that we can be the best example to others. And that's what I believe. And that's what I believe that they're looking to, is you're the example, and you're guiding this, and you're helping them find their way, their star home. That's what you're doing for them, divine feminine. They want you to, they're acknowledging that to you, that you're doing that for them. Now, I separated the deck of the Soul's Journey lesson cards by James Van Praagh. I separated them into two piles. This pile of guided represents what the divine masculine is working through right now. What's their most difficult things that they're working through, so that you know that they really are doing this. They really are working through it. So what are the challenges that the divine masculine is working through? Adversity. Accepting that the challenges in their own life are the best way to learn. So they're really working through the cycles and the understanding of the different scenarios and situations that they place themselves in. And they're really grasping that the contrast in life is really necessary in order to grow and to know what we really want. Because when we experience something that we don't want, and we allow ourselves to be in situations that we don't like, we really come into the truth of who we are and what we really want. And so they're seeing the value in it. They're seeing the value in the past relationships they've had. and the experiences they had, and that was their way to learn, to grow, to make themselves a better person, a better masculine for their feminine. So they're still, working through that, some challenges that they've experienced that are, sometimes difficult to let go. Regret. They realize they can't change the past, but they really do still regret some things. I know as a Theta healer and as a healer in general that holding on to regrets and resentments and things like that can really affect your health. So there probably is some divine masculines, if you're listening, just focus on your health and let go of these things. And I can help you do that if you need the help. And there's plenty of people out there. But holding on to these regrets really is hurting you. It's not hurting anybody else. And they're really working through this. I just noticed this on this card. It looks like a bunch of hearts here, like in the middle of the flower. And so to me, that's the message is just keep loving me. I'm really working on loving myself and letting go of the things that I know I can't change. I know that I may have hurt you in the past. This could be a past life or in this life. They know that they've hurt you by either saying things and being hurtful or ignoring you or not understanding this quite yet, and it's taking them a while, and they don't want to regret it anymore. They just want to move forward, and they're really, really working to transform the regret into understanding and love and denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the inside of awareness. So some of them, like the first group I discussed, they're really in denial. They really are not looking at anything, and that's just what they're kind of stuck in. For the other groups that are really working on themselves and moving forward, the ones that are almost there and the ones that are there for sure or will soon be there with a quick, swift action, they're aware that they've kept themselves in these cycles and blocked out your beautiful love, divine feminine, because they've just denied that it was happening while it was happening, denied even that it happened after the fact. They just lived in this place of denial, like, oh, I didn't do that, I didn't make this happen, that's all their fault. And now they're realizing that they can't really do that anymore, because as they grow and as they evolve, like, they're aware that it was their own fear that kept them in this place, and they're no longer going to deny that anymore. This side was separated in what they're coming into, what their goals are for themselves as they're working through these things. And some of these things are very painful for some of them, divine feminines, just so you know, it's extremely painful. So be patient and understanding, and listen to your intuition, divine feminines, on this, because you do know the answers, and you're strong, and you know your guiding light. So be the best version of yourself. What are they working towards with you? Where do they see this going? Like, what's the energy that they want to work out of this current energy that they're stuck in and work towards? Oh, of course. Okay, one fell, so hold on one second. But balance. They're looking to bring balance within themselves and within the partnership of the two of you, coming into this partnership. So they really are working through to create balance in their life. And that's balance of mind, body, and soul. So they're working on their health. They're working on making better choices, eating, exercising more, getting out in nature. They're really looking at their finances, like, what do I have to offer? Can I save here? Is it time to make that commitment? Some of them are, I'm telling you, for some of you out there, they're ready to make the commitment with the ring and everything. They are. And they're thinking about it. And then the other ones are getting there to some form of commitment, whether it's an actual ring or not. They're just coming into balance within themselves so that they can be the best version of themselves for you, which is beautiful. And the gratitude is what fell. They're very gracious for this opportunity with you. They're very appreciative that some of them can't even believe it. Like, another message coming through. I can't even believe it. This is too good to be true. This divine feminine, my partner, my soulmate, my twin flame, is more than I ever could have imagined. And I didn't think that I was worthy of this. I never thought that this would happen to me. I just never thought. And so they're so gracious. They're so gracious. And the gratitude and the appreciation is helping them through these other things. What else are they looking forward to here and working towards? And they're working on appreciating things, appreciating the contrast. Remember, we talked about that before. They're working on seeing everything as beautiful. Oh, in abundance. Beautiful, perfect. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. They are seeing you in this union as their ultimate wish fulfillment, their ultimate abundance, everything, absolutely everything. They see this connection as helping them heal, balance, something to be gracious for every single day. They see how strong you are, that you're their ultimate wish fulfillment, dreams come true. You're a guide for them, you're a wisdom for them, and your energy to keep staying balanced with yourself is helping them come into balance. And you both coming into union will have, just an unlimited amount of abundance. We're going to pull a card as advice for the Divine Masculine if you're listening. And this is just the energy, or if you have some Divine Masculines that that you want to share this message with, that you feel would really resonate with them, please share. Please share this with whomever, Divine Feminines, just to get the message. But we're going to pull a card for the energy that's helping the Divine Masculine here. Advice for the Divine Masculine. There we go. Let go of your judgments. Forgiveness. So the pelican is flying in and helping the masculine, Divine Masculine, to let go of judgments. And we're going to read this real quick. Each time you judge yourself or others, you immediately create the illusion of separation. Separation from your environment, from other human beings, and most critically, separation from the Creator and all of the creation. Immersing yourself in this illusion creates pain that manifests as hurt, anger, or even attack in words or deed. And if you stop and reflect, you'll find that what you judge in others is really a protection of shadow aspect of yourself. Like I said, the ego, the devil came out, remember? Therefore, the source of these judgments is not just contained in the other, it's something in yourself that you may not be aware of. Once you realize how judgments separate, there's an opportunity to forgive. First, the other person for his or her perceived transgressions or shortcomings, then yourself, as you identify the shadow aspect in you that you have had protected into this or projected into this individual. In the light of this realization, an illusion of separation vanishes. This is true forgiveness. Not an empty mantra you repeat over and over in order to support some false notion of forgiveness, but a genuine release of any and all judgments. When you're forgiven, this act returns to you as a state of love, acceptance, and peacefulness. You know when this has happened because you'll feel the natural, tranquil state of unity with the Creator and all of creation. Okay, you guys, this is a message for both. It's like, let go of judgments. Like the Divine Masculine's asking you to please let go of judgments on me. Please forgive me. I'm forgiving you. I'm forgiving myself. I'm forgiving all other parties, and I'm working on letting go. So please don't judge me, because I'm realizing now how I've judged myself in harshness. And I would just appreciate your love and your forgiveness in this situation. And that's what they're working on too. It's very beautiful. It's a very loving energy. And we're just going to pull one more final message, advice for the Divine Feminine, working through this, whatever scenario you find yourself in. I feel that each and every one of you will find truth in something that's been said in this reading and get some clarity. I mean, they have been talking to me all weekend. And I just thought, okay, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. There we go. Here's your message, Divine Feminine. The Fire Prince, optimism, or the shadow side would be aggression. So it's coming into balance with everything that you are, the shadow and the light. And this is the advice for you about your masculine. Divine Masculine. When the Fire Prince arrives as your ally, he lets you know that he represents the invisible forces behind all manner of manifestation, and he brings you the gift of optimism. You will be rightly inspired to move forward and take confident and assertive action to reach your goal. Envisioning the path of the highest good with an optimistic outlook, the Fire Prince also brings you the gift of a miracle. Things come together as if by magic to create the reality you seek. You have every reason to be hopeful. Move forward, knowing that you have everything you need and more. Just remember to share the enthusiasm, believe in others, and be optimistic for them too, and your good fortune will multiply. Beautiful way to end the message, Divine Feminines. Just keep your thoughts positive, keep your focus positive and productive and passionate and loving, and everything you've ever wanted will come true. And it may not come in the way that you thought, but it will come. Thank you so much, all of you, for all of your support. I truly appreciate each and every one of you.